Hello, this is a video on wizard quad kiting in Lakeville, Omen. This spot is good for about levels 45 to 51. You could probably do it earlier than 45, but I I did most of my quadding in over there, so once I hit 45 it kind of got slow and then I came here. This is a really good spot. You're looking at 5% for the first few levels, and then it does go down to like 4%. And then of course once you hit 50 it gets pretty bad because of the hell level, but for the most part it is super quick. It's really good XP. Some things you're going to need for this: you're going to need either Sal pots or J boots. You're going to need your staff of temperate flux. If you are a wizard and you're quad kiting and you don't have this, you're doing it wrong. You need to go do this quest. You're going to need one of your little cheat codes, either the shrunken goblin earring or this guy right here. This guy's kind of nice because it's only 50 plat. And most important of all, you're going to need levitate. So make sure you stock up with bat wings in your backpacks, or if you're lucky enough to have a Pegasus cloak on your wizard, then that works as well. Right now, this is the spot that I chill on, this little half pillar right here. Before every quad, I go ahead and just use levitate. If levitate fails while you're out in the water, you're probably going to die. So the way this works is there's goblins up under the water up here in front of this underwater castle, and then there's two pillars on the left and two pillars over here on the right. Each pillar has two, so if you run left, you can grab these four and quad them, or if you run right, you can grab those four and quad them, or depending on who's here and who's camping, you might have to grab like the two front pillars or the two back pillars. It's kind of a rainy day here in Lakeville, Omen, but that's okay. So the way this works is when you dip down into the water like this, if you shoot straight up like this, it looks like you're swimming, but you're actually running above the water at whatever speed you have on, so either Sow or J boots, and that's how you're able to do this without dying. If you did not have levitate on, you would be going swim speed, and those mobs would catch up to you and kill you. So first things I do is I come in and I just double check to make sure they're there before I start the pool. Make sure they're there before I start. So I've got my four mobs. Stay away from these barracudas. They unaggro once you go up top here, but they're just annoying because they'll do damage to you. So anyway, what you'll want to do, it's a lot harder to pull these than it is if you're just on land. But essentially, you'll pull the back one and then target this guy in the front and pull him, and hopefully you have your staff bound, so it makes it easier. So I got two of them. Sometimes you'll misclick and you won't get them. It takes them a second or two to catch up to you, so it does give you time to do this. I got stunned there, not good. So you'll notice immediately when you get stunned, you could possibly die. In fact, in most times you will. If those other two mobs had caught up all the way, you will. So that's an example of how not to do it. what happened there was I was basically directly overhead of the mobs when I pulled on that second pillar. Really, you want to be away from the pillar a little bit. That way they have to swim to you diagonally, which will cause them to take a little bit longer time. Let's see here. I'm a little bit higher level. I think once I dinged 51, I left here. However, I loaded up the spells that I used while I was here to show you what it would look like if you're, 46 or whatever. So when I get back on land, I like to just click them a few more times to make sure I get all that. Make sure I get all of them with the lower element. They're pretty grouped up, so I'm going to just run them down the straightaway, run them down the beach for 8 to 10 seconds, and then hit them with this Bonds of Force. I can't remember if I got all of them with the staff, so I might get a resist here. Okay, I did not get a resist, so that's good. Sometimes you'll get resist and it makes it a real pain. However, you can deal with it. The way you would do it is, if you get like 3 snared and 1 resisted, notice that did 17% of their HP with this Circle of Force, which is only 215 damage. So I mean, these guys only have 1200 hit points, and they give you XP. They give you really good XP all the way up to 51. So this is like an amazing spot right here. But so like let's say you get 3 snared and 1 not snared. It's really annoying. What you'll have to do, or at least this is the way I've done it. Some people will root that unsnared mob and just like kill him off to the side. I don't do that. What I do is I snare him as well. And so now I've got basically 2 groups, a group of 3 and a group of 1, or maybe 2 and 2, right? But they're snared and they're in different spots. So once they're both snared, I'll actually circle them back up again and make sure I get them all with the staff again. And I'll take those 2 snared groups, circle them back up, and then re-snare the whole group again. And that way all 4 of them will be on the same snare timer, and they'll all be grouped, and I won't have to worry about 1 or 2 breaking here or there, which again makes it really annoying. Quadding is super easy if you can get the pull right and you can get the snare off, and that took again half a bar of mana. I'm not really that far off from where I was gear wise or mana wise when I was doing this. I had about the same amount. So this is what your mana bar will look like when you're done with these guys. It doesn't really take too much. As far as loot, it's not really that good. There's, some of them drop a plat here or there. They drop these little coins for quests. Sometimes they'll have like a little harpoon that you can sell for like, I don't know, 20 plat or something stupid. So again, this isn't really that good for loot. However, the XP is amazing. In fact, at 51, I left this place and I'm still getting XP here, which is kind of funny. I think they're light blue at this point, but I might have just gotten a percent there. I can't really tell. So yeah, this place is really good. Even in the hell level, at level 50, this place is really good. The downside to this place is it's well known and it's camped. It's often camped during the day. Random people. You'll find necros down there, and the pain with single pullers like necros and mages and bards is when they'll single pull stuff out, and so you'll go to this pillar trying to pull a quad, and there will be like a mob missing, and you'll go, what the heck is that? And it's because of necros killing it somewhere. And then when you try to pull the other mob, he gets all in a tizzy about it. So you really do have to kind of work out with the people here, like who's going to be quadding what. So I typically, if there's one person here, I'll ask them what they're doing. I mean, these things are on really short timers. They're on like 13-minute timers, and there's 12 of them, I think. So there is enough for 3 people to quad, or for multiple like necros or something like that. So typically I break it up and I'll say, hey, I just want to quad, these 2 pillars, these 4 mobs. That's all I want, because 13 minutes, that'll give you enough time to med to full, and you can AFK or go do something else. But this spot from 45 to 51 is absolutely amazing, and I've tried other spots. I've tried Yetis and stuff like that, and nothing compares to this XP. This is pretty much the last time you'll get amazing XP for quadding, because once you hit 51, it kind of drops off, and you'll go to Wyverns, and at Wyverns right now I get about 2% a quad, versus here I was getting 4. Even in the high, like level 49, I was getting 4%, and it was amazing. And I think I was getting 6% when there was an XP bonus one day. So this will get you to 51, and then things will really slow down. But the good news is, at 51, your Circle of Force spell is done with. Finally, from level 34, you used it, and it's finally done. And you can go ahead and unclick that guy, and you will get your Pillar of Frost, which is like 750 damage compared to 215. So it's literally like almost 3 times more, no, almost 4 times more powerful. I think at max level it is like 800 some damage. So it's super powerful. You get a new AoE snare, 8 toll spectral shackles. It's just better, cast faster, I think, as well. And yeah, things really start to take off. Your options really open up because you can do so much damage. I'm gonna go try to pull. Let me see if there's more over here, and I'll show you how much damage this big quad hits for that you get at 51. We'll also see if I can maybe simulate what a snare resist might look like. Oh, one thing you might want to do hit harvest after every quad. It stuns you for like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something, but it recovers like, I don't know, 10 to 13% of your mana. It's pretty nice. There we go. So we have enough mana to go do this if they're up. I don't know if anyone's here right now. All right, let's go take a look. I'm not gonna re-levitate because normally I would if I waited the whole time and let my mana refill and kind of waited for those to respawn. But if I'm just gonna come over here and pull these, then I won't do it. So I don't think we're gonna be able to do that today. Yeah, this person's got them, so that's fine. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. You'll find people down here just, actually killing them. They're not really quadding. They're actually underwater killing them. So, but all right. So that was the video. It's kind of short. I was kind of hoping I could simulate a snare resist, but we did simulate what it looks like when you go too close. When you pull directly above the mobs, it doesn't work. It's better to come at an angle and kind of swim out a little bit so they don't stun you in the water. And I probably should have died right there, but I'm a little higher level than these, so that'll do it. I think I'm going to make another video on quadding in Cobalt Scar against the Wyverns, which they're alright, but the XP is nothing like this. Let me get back to my little starting place here.